welcome to the weekend edition of the King Mo Show. I am wearing my Tough Mudder shirt because the product I'm about to taste, I bought probably about 3 or 4 hours after I broke my ribs doing the Tough Mudder in Indiana. Drove out to Indiana, did the Tough Mudder with my son and a group of people from work. It was a lot of fun, but it really sucks breaking your ribs. Anyways, in Indiana, I just did a quick search and I found that there was a distillery nearby, and it was called Wallow. I always mess up the name. Bear, like grizzly bear, wallow, like what you do when you have a hangover and you just wallow around on your bed. So it was maybe 45 minutes, half an hour away from there. Made a little side trip on the way home to get it. And I picked up their rye straight whiskey. I picked up another bottle of a bourbon of theirs. I can't remember if I did a review of that one, but I wanted to give the straight rye whiskey a shot. So on the back, there's a bunch of words, and I don't want to squint to read them, so I'll give you the recap. There was this war. United States, Great Britain, we became independent, and the people in the U.S., they did not want to drink rum anymore because it symbolized, or Great Britain, which I didn't know that, because I don't really think of rum as from Great Britain. Yes, from their colonies, not from Great Britain. I'm thinking tea, Boston Tea Party. Anyways, so they started drinking rye, and I guess that was like the popular drink. It says George Washington was like the largest distiller in the U.S. So kind of a side gig for the president or the general or whatever he was in life. It doesn't get into a lot of detail there. But it is named the Liar's Bench, and that's a bench outside the courthouse in some county in Nashville, Indiana, and not Tennessee. I know this is getting confusing. Anyways, there's a bench there where the moonshiners used to hang out or something. So still got the wax seal on this. I'm gonna peel that off. It's not peeling off correctly. I should just do a whole bunch of shows about unboxing because I truly suck at opening things up. I have way too much trouble with this. All right. And this is made with Indiana rye. And so it's handcrafted, should be handcrafted with spicy Indiana rye. Got myself a little pour here. Still waiting for someone to make King Mo wine glass. This isn't a wine glass. King Mo glasses like all the other ones that I don't have. I just have the pint. Smells like whiskey. Oh, this is batch 15, bottle 541, and the proof on it is 100 proof. So it shall be warm. I'm gonna take another sip here. The first one just kind of like 100 proof. It just whacks your whole palate there. Got to give that a moment, but man, does that feel warm going down. So it's a friend of mine had asked me before the difference between bourbon and rye, and I say rye tends to be spicy. It's bourbon is sweet. Whiskey can be anywhere over the place because both rye and bourbon are whiskeys. Bourbon tends to be sweeter. They're not all overpoweringly sweet. And this is the what I consider the opposite, spicy. It's not spicy like hot peppers or something like that. It's just not sweet. So I don't know how to do that comparison there, but this is pretty good. And take a moment and try to figure out what some of the flavors that I'm picking up. I got some vanilla, I definitely know that. But I'm gonna savor this for a moment. I drank it, I was just drinking it from the snifter, and it's good. I don't know that I necessarily would buy it again, but that to me is also just something about rye. I prefer bourbons to rye. But then I got creative and I mixed it with some squirt. Someone make me a King Mo glass. This is really enjoyable. Sometimes when I mix bourbon with like a bourbon and Coke, it's too sweet. But because this is spicy, they play together nicer on that. So I've got my rye. I've got a lot of rye here. I'll take a moment to go through it. But yeah, I think by itself, not a fan of it. Don't hate it, just not a fan of it. But into a mixed drink, quite nice. Anyways, have a great weekend. Cheers. Like, share, subscribe. Cheers again.